Hey guys, today we're going over how to install your Midwest Industries handguard onto your AK. So the first thing you're going to do is set this off to the side because you're not going to use it yet. We're going to have to disassemble the AK and get it ready to where we can get this thing installed. So we need to get this handguard off first. So what you're going to do, if you've never done that, check your gun, make sure it is clear. This one has an optic, so I'm going to have to remove that. Remove your dust cover, remove your spring, remove your bolt, and then you'll have it just like this. And then you can take this piece, push that up, and then you can remove your top handguard and your gas port. Then you're going to take this little lever here, move that up. It's gonna move this piece up out of the way, and then you should be able to pop off your bottom handguard just like that. So I need to take my foregrip and my flashlight off this one here so I can install that to the new one. We'll set it up to the side, and this is what you should be left with. A very broken down AK. So now this piece right here that came with your handguard, you're going to want to fit test this and make sure it fits right here. I already dremeled mine down to make sure it fit, but you're going to want to put it right here and make sure you try to keep it as even as possible on both sides when you're dremeling or filing, but you want to put that in there. That's going to be an anti-tilt and keep this from rotating either way. So you're going to take your handguard and that piece you just filed to make sure it was done right. Make sure you're patient with this. Now you're going to want to take the set screw and you're going to place it right here. But first, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on there. Make sure that's nice and snug. Now you're going to take your lower handguard portion here. You're going to set this in there. And then you're going to take this piece right here and you're going to set it in here. And then you have these screws that you're going to screw in here to set this into place. So now that that is tightened, that will keep that bottom portion from going anywhere. So that is set in there. So now we just need to work on the top portion here. Now to remove this, you're going to take your top piece here and you're just going to grab onto here. And this might be different or harder for certain ones. You're just going to rotate this and that's going to come off. So with these polymer ones from Magpul, it's really easy to just rotate those on and off. It might be a little more difficult if you have wood furniture, depending what kind of furniture you're running. Now this one, you don't have to rotate back on. There's no kind of rotation. You're just going to set it onto that piece here and you're going to tighten it on so you don't have to worry about trying to rotate this. You're just going to put your gas tube back on. So what we're going to do is take this piece, we're going to put this back where it belongs. Make sure your lever's flipped up. Back it up all the way against that handguard so it sits flush like it is there. And then you're going to drop that lever and make sure it is tight, which it is, so it's not coming off now. So we've got that where we want it. Now we can take our gas tube, lift it up, snap that back in, drop that back down, and now that is in place. So now all we have to do is put the top plate on, but first there are these set screws that go right here and right on this side to your gas tube. Goofy me put this light on, so I'm not going to put it on this side. I'll just take this off real quick and then I'll put it on, but you're going to want to put both of these set screws on either side of the gas tube. So a little bit of blue Loctite, and that's in. And you're going to do that right on the opposite side here. Now that you have all that done, all you have to do is do the final touch. Put the top plate on, line it up, and then you're going to put each screw in evenly. So you don't want to put just one in. So I would put each one in, slowly tighten them as you go. And there you go. That looks super nice on there. Wasn't able to get my handguard back on here because the screw was too long. As you can tell here, it was touching that bottom plate, so I'm gonna have to get a little shorter of a screw, but that looks so good. I'll have to throw everything else on here real quick. So there it is without the optics mount for those of you that might be putting this on a gun without an optics mount, just so you can get a kind of an idea of what it's gonna look like. That is super sharp looking. I like that a lot. Feels really sturdy with all the set screws and mounts and everything that it comes with. Happy with that. I don't like loose hardware. Sometimes with AKs you can get some kind of loose stuff, but this looks really sharp on here. Really makes a modern look to this gun. So I'm gonna throw on the optic real quick. If you guys are looking for a good optic solution, RS Regulate has been my favorite so far. And there you go with the optic on there. Super easy to mount back up. I've never had any issue with zeroing. Just throw it back on, clip it back where it's supposed to be. Gosh, I love the look of that. Super happy with this. Looks really good. So there it is with the flashlight. Keeps it really flush still. Really like the look of this handguard. Super happy with it so far. Gonna have to look into getting some kind of a hand stop here or grip for the front. But other than that, looks super good. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated if anything changes, my thoughts on it after I'm shooting it and using it, if it gets loose, if I have any problems with anything. Looks wise and how it feels, I'm really happy with it out of the box. I hope this video is helpful while you are installing your handguard. It's a little bit more of a process than a normal AK handguard, but I think it's just because they really make it solid and sturdy on the gun, which I really like, because some AK parts can always be a little bit rattly and shaky, and I don't like that. So I like that this one is sturdy. I need to find a foregrip for this that works on this handguard, so I will look for that in the future here. If you guys have any ideas or tips or ones that you guys recommend, let me know, because I want to find something for this gun. But other than that, it looks super sharp on this gun. Really happy with it. I'll be testing this and keeping you guys updated further. If you guys have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them in the comments. I might do a full review later on this, depending on how things go. So if you guys want to help out the channel and things I do here, there's a couple ways to do that down in the description. There are some discount codes from companies that I trust that you can use to save some money. Also, there's a link to my website. From there you can use links like Air Precision, Brownells, Premier Body Armor, anything you use using that link. It does help out the channel and I really appreciate that. If you guys don't, I just appreciate you guys being here, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Those things help as well. A couple companies that support me and the things I do here is Howitzer and TA Targets. Howitzer is a great clothing company. They make a lot of good clothing. They support law enforcement, first responders, military by donating 5% of proceeds to charity, which is a super cool thing, and they've donated a ton of money. Also, TA Targets is fantastic because my range is filled with their stuff and they're very good quality targets, and you can use code Tactical Advisor to save 10% off. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you all. Super happy with this gun. If you want to see the further testing and maybe little updates, check out my Instagram or Facebook. That is also Tactical Advisor. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all.